The greatest catastrophe in history wasn't a war, it was a fire, and it erased the memory of civilization. The Library of Alexandria was not just a building, it was the largest knowledge system the ancient world had ever created. Founded in the 3rd century BCE in Egypt, it aimed to collect every book in existence. Ships entering the harbor were searched, scrolls were copied, originals were often kept. This was not curiosity, it was strategy. Here's why the library mattered. 1. Its centralized knowledge. Before Alexandria, knowledge was scattered. Different cities, different languages, different traditions. The library unified mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and engineering into one intellectual hub. When knowledge is centralized, innovation accelerates. Alexandria was the Silicon Valley of the ancient world. 2. It preserved competing ideas. Greek philosophy sat beside Egyptian science. Babylonian astronomy met Indian mathematics. This cross-pollination created breakthroughs. Euclid refined geometry there. Eratosthenes calculated the Earth's circumference. Archimedes' ideas circulated through its halls. The library didn't just store information, it multiplied it. 3. Its destruction was systemic, not instant. Popular myth says Julius Caesar burned it in one dramatic blaze. Reality is more complex. Damage likely happened in stages. Political instability, religious conflict, regime changes. The lesson? Civilizations rarely collapse overnight, they erode. When institutions weaken, archives suffer. When power shifts, knowledge becomes expendable. 4. What was lost was irreplaceable. Thousands of scrolls vanished. Scientific experiments, alternative philosophies, engineering insights. We don't know what we lost. That's the point. The absence reshaped history. Imagine rediscovering 500 years of erased research. How different would the modern world be? The real lesson. The Library of Alexandria represents the fragile knowledge archetype. Civilization advances when information is preserved, shared, and protected. It regresses when knowledge becomes political. Today, our library is digital. Cloud servers, databases, networks. But fragility still exists. Here's the practical takeaway. Ask yourself 3 things. 1. Where is your knowledge stored? 2. Who controls access to it? 3. What happens if it disappears? Because the destruction of Alexandria wasn't just about scrolls. It was about losing accumulated intelligence. Clarity changes everything. If knowledge is power, then preservation is survival. The fire in Alexandria didn't just burn books. It reset the trajectory of civilization.